Okay, so we are at day one of optimizing CBO and ASC campaigns across all of my different ad accounts. So let's start from this one. This is basically an ASC campaign. What do we see here and why I closed this? Okay, this one is just a close. So let's see, on the last 7 days, we don't get the results that we want, but we do see that we are starting having a strong day today. Let me explain to you which is happening for us so far for the day. Last 7 days over here, we do hit 2.44. This is a new campaign. ASC. What do we know about ASC campaigns? ASC campaigns do work with dominant ads. And that means that we do have a dominant ad which is trying to become the dominant ad and take all of the budget, which is completely different from CBO, which is trying to split the sales. We do have dominant ad sets over there also, but here it's more, they're more dominant, they try to take more of the budget. So what I will try to do is, because there are so many different cases, I will try to take you every single day for 30 days across my accounts, and I will try to give you different scenarios, and then it's up to you to get more training, doing a mentorship with me, or even trying on your own and learning more and more, because actually it's taking a lot of time to master all of this. So let's see this scenario over here. In this scenario over here, we see that our dominant ad, which is the most important one, because if the dominant ad is taking actually a lot of budget, then the ROAS that it's going to get, it actually matters. Because if it's getting bad ROAS with all of the budget, as you can understand, the average ROAS is going to be closer to what the dominant ad is actually getting. What do we see here? That we have a dominant ad that we're not happy with on the last 7 days, but at least it's getting some sales. So we're at the start. We do spend 100. We have spent already in 2 days 200. So we're in the process of optimizing this campaign. And the most important thing, we see this one here, okay? We see that we have 14 checkouts and 1 purchase. That means that if we see the average number of purchases and checkouts over here, if we calculate, let's say 234 divided with 63, then we have a 3.7, okay? If we multiply if we do 14 divided with 3.7, as you can understand, we get 3.7 sales, which means close to 4 sales. But here we're not getting that. Why? Because especially at the start, it's possible that we're going to have delayed reporting. And this is one of the first things that we're seeing in campaigns when we're optimizing and we're taking into consideration. So over here, we're seeing that we have 14, we're seeing that we have 5. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give them more time. And let's see those two actually, how did they do? So let's take this one also, and let's come here and let's see what they're doing today. Okay, because most people, they would close them. Okay, so today this one has a sale and this one doesn't get a lot of spend. On the last 7 days over here, as we can see, we do have this one which is problematic. Let's see if this one got a sale today. It did. Okay, but we also see another behavior which is super problematic. This one, which is actually, it is the second one. It has 0 checkouts. Okay, for some reason today, it's trying to become a dominant ad, while this one also got a sale. So this is a behavior that you come and you cut it. So this is the first 48 hours, and you have one ad set over here that you are cutting immediately, so that is not going to become a leading ad. While it's having almost 0 results. Let's see if it has any checkout at least today. It has a checkout and the purchase actually, but it reported 0 a value over here. So this is why it's very important over here to come and cut this behavior immediately, especially since we're waiting more sales to come from this one, and we're seeing that it's already working better today, which today it's actually a better day for the whole ad account so far. We don't know how it's going to end, but still on the last 7 days, what do we see here? We do see here that we are having 1 hours on this one. We cut this behavior, and the next thing that we are actually going to do is that we're going to wait now to see how the others are going to behave. Let's analyze a little bit this one also. Let's see what is happening with this one. So this one today, it's not getting any spend. Okay, And we're just going to leave it like this because we can do nothing if Meta decides not to spend in something, but we can intervene when it's trying to make a leading ad one ad that shouldn't be a leading ad. Let's continue with something else. Okay, let's continue with another account where things are easier, because I would like to show you that, for example, over here, okay, these are the last campaigns we have done. We can see that our leading ad over here, as you can see, it's having 4 rows. So the average rows is like this, okay? It's spending 200 per day. It's already like this. I didn't have to close anything here, because I do optimize if it's needed. Now, most people will do the mistakes and touch this, or maybe even this, because you don't have 4 rows. You don't have to touch anything as long as the average result that you're getting over here is okay. The only thing that you need to do is monitoring if this one wants to become a leading ad or not. Okay, and this one, we can see that it's even losing budget. Okay, it's even spending less money, and we can see that other ones are doing better. So in the last 7 days, yes, it's the second one on the spend, but still our leading ad is the top, and it remains to be the top, having stable results. So nothing to do here. Let's see one more campaign over here. Oh, sorry. Not like this. Let's put it like this. If you post them by delivery over here, it's going to show the last ones on the top, like this one. So you will know that, okay, these are the last ones, so I need to optimize them, and these ones I don't touch. I care about the average results in the way that we do work in the having average results in the ad account. And then you sort them out by spend. Here we can see we have a very strong here, 300 per day spent. So far, 3 days in, we have these results over here. I'm not going to touch this and this. Okay, I'm just going to monitor how are they doing and if they're getting any budget more. This one got a little bit more budget yesterday, having 104. So for sure, it's something that I need to monitor. Today, it's becoming leading ad with 2 ROAS. Not the best sign. It already has spent 63 out of 59 over here, while this one, which was my leading ad, over here, it's actually starting losing budget. This is a very valid reason for you to start cutting this behavior. I'm going to close this one because I don't want to get it, I don't want to give it more budget, and I want this one to become again my leading ad. So yes, over here we do have average results which are good, but we do want to protect also our leading ad over here. It's also the 3 days. We are not doing these kind of things after 20, 30 days, 40 days when you finish the optimization of the campaign. This was another case, but here it's much easier, but for sure you have to be on alert to see if any of those is trying to become a leading ad. Maybe even if you leave it, it was going to be profitable, but it doesn't matter. It's up to you if you want to take the risk or not. Okay, let's see a little bit of this ad account. This is an advanced plus. As we can see, we have already done optimization here. This one, it's spending a lot. I'm not going to touch this one, even if it spends 30 of the last 7 days. It's not a lot of money. I'm getting the results that I want. And by the way, don't care about the learning limited here. Sorry. So it shows learning limited over here, as you can see. Don't worry about the learning limited. It's the way that Meta has to push you to spend more on each campaign so that you can reach the 50 bets. I haven't seen any difference when you are reaching outside of the learning phase or when you are still on the learning phase. I haven't seen any huge differences. Let's this one over here, if we can optimize it. Let's go by amount spent. These results on the spent ones and stuff. I'm not going to touch even this one. Let's move to the rest. So let's see this case over here. This is an advantage plus, which is if we see on the last 14 days over here, we do have some decent results. These are okay numbers for this account. They do operate okay. And we started this campaign recently, okay? So the amount spent is only 300, doesn't spend a lot. Basically the budget is 150, so we're talking about 2 days. But what is this? So basically what you're seeing here is a really dominant ad. So if you're not happy with this number, basically you have no other option other than closing it or waiting for it to become better. Again, checkout ratio, 12:5. What do we see normally here? Let's see the checkouts. So the website checkouts on the last 14 days, it's actually 1,450 with, so it's 1 to 2 basically, okay? And over here, what do we see? We do see 5 purchases while we're having 12. So multiplied by 2 is 10. So we're close to our average numbers. Sorry. We have sales also elsewhere. No, yeah, it's 12 too. So basically, we don't expect here any delayed reporting and delayed sales or whatever, but we do know that we expect for this either to be better or to be worse, but for sure it's going to dictate the whole results over here. Some people would say that, okay, let it focus completely. So let's close this and this one. Okay, for instance, and let's see how this is going to behave as a leading ad taking all of the budget. Some others, they would take the gamble over here because it's a gamble basically. You can do nothing else about it. And they would say, sorry, let me refresh. Facebook is super buggy as we know, but it's okay. The other thing that you could do is that close this one. Now that it's time, you can see that you're not getting the results that you want and actually let the others take spend over here, okay? Now, the reason that I'm closing and opening is to show you that there's no problem if you do it within seconds, okay? But if you leave it for 1 or 2 days, of course, it can influence the results. Let me refresh again because it's bugging. So what are we going to do here? What do I prefer? If I had checkout or a purchase or something, an indication on the other 2 ads that they are actually working over here, I would say that I would kill the first one, the leading ad, so that I can see what is going to happen with the others. Now that I don't have that, I will just leave it and I will just play that it's going to be better. If not, I will have to either take the decision to gamble with the others or just close the whole campaign. Okay, now let's see. This is another account which is obviously operating with several different campaigns, and I have it built like this. I have cost caps and I have advantage plus campaigns, a lot of those, and we're going to discuss about the last 2. Here the results are still good, so it's not like I'm in the need of killing any of those that are bad. Some of those I have them for a long period and stuff, but these are new, so we have to see if we optimize them and keep them or if we lose them. What do we have here? We have here a dominant one, which is having 25 purchases, 1.75. This one has 35, which is close to the cost per purchase, so it has to go. And the other thing that we need to do here is because we're not getting the results that we want 2 rows plus over here. What am I going to do is the first thing which I'm going to do is that I'm going to close this one and let all the budget go to this. So see how it's going to behave. In order for me to control it better, I'm going to do it with 100 in order for it to produce the best result that it can. And it makes sense also because 100, it's close to 3 sales per day. If we calculate these numbers, which I need 3 sales per day in order to have better results over here and be closer to 2. If it's on 1.8, 1.9, easily I can keep this campaign running because the average results here, they're going to support it. Now, let's go to this campaign, which is a little bit more different because it gives me 1.51 and we're seeing 300 budget and there's nothing else here. You know, the other ones are not taking any budget, but they have some checkouts. What is this? This is a strong indication that those could also get sales. They're not getting the chance because this one is really dominant. Remember, in advanced plus campaigns, we have really dominant ads. Sometimes they're extremely dominant. They're taking all of the budget. So here in these 4 days, it took all of the budget. Why haven't I closed it? Because before that, we had a weekend which was actually low. So this campaign started on Friday. Then we had Saturday and Sunday, which was a slow weekend across accounts, because I'm watching also when I'm optimizing all the other accounts what kind of results they do have. So if they have low results and it's a slow period for them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give more time. But there are some other things that are bothering me here. The AOV is 122, and why I noticed the AOV? Because I'm seeing that my cost per purchase is 81, which is really high for this. So this 1.51, it's not real, because in reality, the AOV on this account, it's actually much lower. You see, these are the average numbers, not this one. So this one, by luck, it got maybe 1 or 2 big sales, and this is why it's having this kind of results. So based on the fact that we do have very high cost per purchase the AOV here inflated the results to 1.5, which is not the actual results. Because if we had, let's calculate. So if we have 15 multiplied with 70, which is the AOV, okay, that's our revenue was going to be, and then divide that with the 1,200. Boom. This is the ROAS that we were going to have. The ROAS that we were going to have, it was going to be 0.8, which is really bad if we had the normal cost per purchase. Now, someone can tell me why though. Maybe it's getting, maybe it's optimizing for higher AOV. Here we optimize for maximum number of conversions. So nothing wrong here with the settings in terms of having value optimization. So my decision is simple, okay? This one is not going to get better. What kind of AOV does it need to have? 200, okay? Let's see also what is happening today. Today it's actually having 2 ROAS with 4 sales and 81 AOV. So it's having normal numbers, okay? So 2 options over here, because as we say, we always need to, have 1 or 2 different options. Today I was debating with the owner if we will have to close it or not. My reasoning was that the weekend was very low, so I'm giving it more time. Why? Because I do believe that maybe it's not getting the actual results, because now I could see that in the last 2 days, because it's Monday and Tuesday, we're having more decent results, especially on Tuesday. So I said to myself, okay, give it time because it's getting volume, and let's see how it's going to do. Given the fact that this one today is getting good results, and it might end up working, I'm not going to touch it. If it wasn't going to have good results, given the fact that we have checkouts on the others, I was going to kill it and just see what it's going to do with the others. Again, none of this is the 100% correct action, but there are completely different things that you can do each given time. And based on my reasoning and my experience with this ad account, I gave it more time and maybe I was right. We will see in the next days if I was right or wrong, but this is the path that I would follow here. Now, if you see on the others, we don't have to. That's why we sorted by delivery so that we can see the last ones. The other ones are older campaigns. They're just already optimized over here. There's nothing for me. There's nothing to touch here. These are campaigns that are already optimized, and I'm watching the average results and I'm working with that. We're going to discuss in this account a lot about cost caps, because I have very strong cost caps here and how we do them. But let's continue with anything else that we have for the day maybe. Okay, let's see this account. This ad account, I know it looks like set, but they're making money also. And we're inside the course. I have no reason to lie. So look at this. So in this one, we have this advanced plus over here, which is, while it seems that it has 1.10, it has 1.75 on the remaining ad. So this one is optimized and it's going to do fine. But we have this problematic ad, which I want you to see here. So this one is spending, it's having 1.16. It's a very dominant ad on the Advanced Plus. It's taking all of the budget. It's giving us no other option rather than killing it, okay? So today it has nothing, okay, basically. So this one has to go because it's taking all of the budget without giving us the results that we want. You have another option, which is just letting it be and expect it to actually magically improve, or if the period is going to get better, it's going to get better also. But if you want to be proactive in another account, especially if you are not we're not having 3 ROAS to just be really relaxed. We have to take more action over here. Let's see also this one, which seems to be new. Yeah, so this one is optimized. I optimized pretty early, so this one is optimized. Let's see what's doing today. Hope we don't have any delayed sales. Perfect. So let's monitor this and see if we're having any leading ads. We're not becoming leading ads. Okay, so last 7 days. Let's monitor this, okay? So we're having 1.72 on this one. This one today, it's the leading ad, but it doesn't get any sales, but it has 3 checkouts. I will take that. Everything actually has a checkout from the ones that we left, and this one is getting also sales. On the maximum period over here, it's set, but still on the last 7 days, we see that we kept the ones that they were having some checkouts. Yeah, so this one was having also checkout, and the last one got a sale today. So I think that this is a process of this campaign optimizing. I'm not going to touch it anymore, and I will give it time, which, by the way, when you don't know what to do, just decide the next day, leave it for the next day so that you can have more data and you can take a more educated decision. So that's all for today. I guess I will see you on another day that we're going to optimize together and other account. Oh, let's close with this one actually. So what do we see here? We see here that on the last 7 days, this is a very small account, okay? It's not established, it has nothing here, so it's just a small campaign. So over here, mistakes are going to be made because you don't know the account, you don't know how long you need to keep something, for how long, and if you have to close it early or whatever, what are your limits and all of that. You're expanding that, okay? So this has spent 156 on the last days today. Today it's getting no sales. So what can you do over here? Okay, so the logic over here says, I know it's going to sound unconventional, but this is a new ad account, so it's not like it's an established ad account like this one, for example, that you're having so many campaigns and you're doing more calculated things. Here you're still expanding, so you're doing this. Of course, we're going to pause this, we're going to ignore the message, we don't care about it, and we're just going to open these ones again. This one is having 5 to 2. I don't think that, and this is just one sales and stuff. Maybe we will end up relaunching the whole campaign over here, This one had better chance because it has 2 sales, but we cannot leave it because if we leave this one, it's going to take all the budget and these ones are not going to take nothing. So this is a complete gamble, or the other one, just close the campaign, relaunch it all over again the next day in order for you to see if you can optimize it all over again. I will see you tomorrow with some new optimization case.